We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington football team. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
The tackle made by
the success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
From the 45 on second down, Locke. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
In Washington territory now, here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second and 12, Locke able to find Higgins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So from the 36 now, first and 10. This is Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Clock now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Yeah, the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there on the carry.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Ball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now Heineke into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On second down now. It's Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
That's taken in by Higgins. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And 2, Lock's going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
Got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Got to do what you got to do.
You're worried about your hands, though.
Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over your crown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's Breida. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's a toss right side for Breida. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He's brought down at the...
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Check 26, check 26. Check.
On second down, a run with Breida. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Carrier. Roquan Smith in on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. It's third and 1.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. They'll toss it to Breida. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a second and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now a toss to the left with Cohen. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They run with Breida. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Switch. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
At the 17-yard line.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
It's now second and 6.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. This is Breida. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack. Watch the slack. Out. Check 3. Check 24. Check 24.
Now it's Breida.
Check 4.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Breida. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And Washington able to make this a close game again. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now 13-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Now to return, this is David Johnson. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On first down, Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Locke looks to throw it again. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Again, it's Locke. And that is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Washington will have it on a turnover on downs.
The turnover on downs.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Hey, Mike 51. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A 14-yard gain. It's 4th.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasize.
And now look at him go. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Breida. An 80-yard touchdown. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point good by Prater, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It's a big play there for the Eagles. 47 yards.
1st down, Eagles.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Block working out of the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play action. Now it's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Left side caught by Diggs. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the 1st down at around the 22. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ronald Jones, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They're going to run for him with Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and he'll come up empty on the try for 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They run again with Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
2 yards on the pickup.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
Let's get it. Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Cut 19. Cut 19. Check. 59. 59. Touchdown.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Cohen. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
You got nothing. Check three. He's crashing. He's checking crack. Watch the ship. Hey.
Again, it's Cohen. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Troy Pride that time gets the tackle. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And he's able to find Diggs. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
Philadelphia.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
This is Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Locke. Pass caught left side by Humphries. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
And it's 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
The 42-yard line.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. This time with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Block. This is the tight end Fant. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Running on first down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Two runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. To throw on third down. Lock. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
That's how you get fired up, baby. That's how you get fired up.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Back to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. That's complete. Boomie. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
He's back to throw. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
59, mark, 59, mark, check, 59. That's the run, that's the run. No. Kill.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
10 at the 17-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Breida on the
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
15-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike is 59.
He'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
It's just me and you. It's just me. Watch the run. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Catch it. Check. Lucky. Whip. Watch the whip. Go.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
By Mark Barron.
We got a plane to catch.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 1-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. In his end zone, here's Locke. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
22. Washington.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Eagles, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for Washington, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. They mama proud, got 1,000 out, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a four-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Macarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down? Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon.